What up, y'all? We back. It's word on the street, or not word on the street. Fucking fan questions already fucking up. 404 HEELZ. That's Steph. I'm Aaron. We getting it. This is my first drink, so we'll get going. Appreciate all the fan love this week. The comments, we love them. Keep them coming. Subscribers, hit the subscribe. All that. The personal messages. Appreciate it, y'all.
Yes, sir. Keep them coming, man. We appreciate all that, man. Negatives or positive, whatever.
Yeah, even the shit talk. I like the shit talkers more. Y'all shit talked. And then I invited you on the show, and none of y'all responded. Bro, just throwing that out there.
What was all that shit about, bro? It was like, talk right here.
I'm just saying. I'm like, get on this mic, bro. Get on this mic. Let's go. Right. Put your face to some words, bro.
Exactly. Keyboard warrior. Come on now.
We got the pictures with your kids, and you're talking shit online. It's a great example. I feel that, but you know, I don't got kids, so I can talk as much shit as I want. But we're gonna get into the first question, y'all. It's from Burke Ski. And this one's going to be hot because I know we're going to disagree about it. Which was a better fraction, NWO or the D-Generation X? And we're going to clump all NWO together and all DX together.
Okay.
So you could pull from Wolfpack, you could pull from fucking the second generation DX, which was kind of better, even though they didn't have Shawn Michaels.
Right. Right, I would agree with that.
But I know you're taking NWO for sure.
But which part of NWO I'm taking? Okay, so you
gotta do the first three.
I gotta keep it a buck. My heart says Wolfpack because I love the Wolfpack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I have to go with the first generation of just Hogan, Nash, Scott Hall.
Who was the fourth member? Who was the first to join those three?
The Giant.
Was it?
A big show.
Yeah, he was called the Giant back then.
He was called the Giant. He was the first one that joined. And then I think they got Rick Rude, but he was in a business suit all the time. He was more like a manager before he actually...
Was Rick Rude before Big Show?
No. It was Big Show.
Yeah, and then it just spiraled. But
well, so again, people need to understand, the NWO was not a faction. It was another pro wrestling company. So for them to be grabbing more people, I mean, if you're building a company, what you gonna do? Build a company off of 3 people? You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be the company that go against WCW, not a faction. Like Moxley's Death Riders is a faction trying to take over AEW. This was NWO trying to take another NWO pro wrestling company trying to take over WCW. The original shirt, no one remembers this, but the original NWO shirt said New Wrestling Order initially. The first couple of shirts came out, New Wrestling Order. Then they changed it very shortly after to New World Order. So it was supposed to be a wrestling company, and I can understand all the gripes online. You know, I hear it all the time, like NWO had too many people. But I feel like that's a running joke. Because I really don't feel like a lot of people really paid attention to that whole fucking storyline from beginning to end. I really don't think so. But it's got to be the NWO, the original NWO.
I feel like DDP was the only one that never wore an NWO shirt.
DDP,
Ric Flair? No, Ric Flair? Was Ric Flair NWO?
Ric Flair was never NWO.
Okay. Ric Flair, no.
You know, Eddie Guerrero, you know, all of them, they made LWO, but it wasn't no NWO, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
There was a lot.
And then what was the Rey Mysterio group name when he was unmasked?
Oh, that was called the
I can't remember. Fuck.
The Rascals or some shit like that.
Yeah, the Dirty Rascals or something like that. Yeah. But that shit was
something like that.
But clearly DX is the better fraction. Triple H, Shawn Michaels, China. They were the originators.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, X-Pac.
Right.
You had 2 separate runs that were, you could say the second one was better than the first one. And you can't say that about most fraction runs, like ever. Can you ever think where a group broke up? I mean, Hurt Syndicate might be up there.
It's going to be too good, bro. Trust me.
Bro, best storyline. Did you watch Dynamite?
Yeah, I did.
Best storyline, bro.
It is.
They should have ended with that instead of the main event, but I get now, but they should have ended with Swerve beaten down in the ring and Bobby Lashley and them walking out. That's how they should have ended the show, in my opinion.
That would have been a good ending, but again, I think I know. Matter of fact, I know the Moxley storyline is a slow burn because I heard an interview with him. He said it's nowhere near over. I think that's what get people antsy. Like we want. Yo, pump the brakes. What Triple H say? We got the destination. We just gonna know the GPS. So I think we got destination, but I think they're gonna make this a slow burn because what does AEW get shit on all the time for having bad storylines or having short storylines or that shit don't make sense? They trying to long burn. They've done it before, a couple of times, and they were very successful. Kenny Omega winning the AEW Championship, then jumping to TNA Impact Wrestling. That was successful. Tony Storm, Mariah May, that was successful.
That was a good one.
So, I mean, you got a bunch of storylines where it's successful. But for you to say that the DX was clearly a better faction, what are the criteria are we judging these things on? I want to hear why you think.
I would say impact on the culture. DX, I think slight edge to DX. Slight edge. Everyone had an NWO shirt. Everyone was doing Too Sweet. But everyone was saying suck it. Everyone.
Okay, let's pause on that. The original suck it was like this from the get-go. That was
the crotch. The crotch shot,
the crotch
baby.
Shot came from the NWO first. Then DX crossed their arms and did this stupid shit. So, you know, hey, I always go with the originator first. I'm sorry. I like
Bro, and then, okay, I would say Triple H and Shawn Michaels are better overall than those first three wrestler-wise. Because the internet spoke, bro. Scott Hall, mid-card. Stamp it.
Nope.
Bro.
A lot of people were saying
it was 70-30, bro.
A lot of people were saying, I don't give a fuck if 100,000 people.
It was 70-30, big dog.
These motherfuckers need to show me their credentials, bro. I want to see.
Hey, 70-30. We gave it up to the people, and the people responded.
And the people is always don't necessarily right.
Someone said that Scott Hall himself said he was a mid-carder.
Yeah, Scott Hall is technically a mid-carder within himself. But I'm saying, for me and for what he meant for the industry, for what he meant for the game, bro, how can you label him a mid-carder when he was a founding father of the NWO? Come on, man.
Bro,
come on.
Mid-card.
He helped bring a company from here to surpass WWE.
He did. He helped.
So how is that
Hulk was the main motherfucker, though. Hulk was the main guy. That story wouldn't have took off as much as it did if it wasn't Hulk turning heel.
Bro, there was already busting WWE's ass from just Hogan, from Hall and Nash.
No, they weren't, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, it wouldn't have worked without Hogan.
Wait, I didn't say it's not going to work. What I'm saying is, do you agree?
Remember who the original person was supposed to be?
It's supposed to be Sting.
Yeah.
Do you agree that Hall and Nash was already, WCW was already whooping WWE's ass from just the point that Scott Hall showed up on TV and then Kevin Nash came. And before they introduced the third man, they was already beating WWE, right?
They was there. They were already. But it wouldn't have sustained as long without the Hulk stuff.
We don't know that. Because history, we ain't historians, bro. We don't know that. Now there's a bunch of what ifs and shit, bro.
Yeah. But DX got the greatest in-ring performer of all time, Shawn Michaels.
He is a great in-ring performer.
In-ring talent goes to DX just because Shawn Michaels. Like, no one on the other side can touch Shawn Michaels.
Of course not. He's like, even them within the clique said that he's like the Michael Jordan of wrestling.
Who made Kevin Nash famous in WWF? Who was he a bodyguard for?
For Shawn.
Shawn Michaels.
Okay, so I can see you trying to unpack all these little things. It's not going to work.
It's just bullet points. It's just bullet points.
Let me tell you why. Because when it's all said and done, there is no other greater faction in pro wrestling than the Clique. Because at one point, they had two over here running shit. They had three over here.
But that's like the behind the scenes Clique.
Bro, hey, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes is what matters in wrestling, right? Okay, let's keep it a buck. You had the whole Clique running professional wrestling. So the greatest faction to me is the Clique.
And what's his name? X-Pac was in both fractions. How about that?
Both of them, bro. Because X-Pac is X-Pac. Very underrated. Yeah. We're going to give your flowers, X-Pac. You need your flowers, bro. Very underrated, man.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, like, fuck it. Yeah. The Clique is the greatest faction. Because can you imagine how the friend group and half the motherfuckers running over there, half the other motherfuckers over there? Yeah. Can you imagine the phone calls they were talking about, bro? Come on, bro. It's like, we're going to whoop your ass this week, bro. Like, it was
Besides the two biggest superstars in the Attitude Era, The Rock and Stone Cold, obviously, we're going to exclude them. What entrance were you most excited about in the Attitude Era? Because mine was, oh, you didn't know? Dude, the crowd went crazy, bro. That's up there.
It's like X-Pac shit, bro. I told you, I love his theme song. But when he came out to that shit, and he was DX chopping like crazy, bro.
Yeah. And I love DX's music better than NWO's music.
Which one?
The DX. Well, which NWO one?
Yeah.
I guess we'd have to go with the original.
Original.
Yeah. I give the Edge music to DX.
I like the NWO. I'll give it to DX, but the one part of NWO music I did like was the guitar riff during the middle of the song.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part. But if you compare this, the Wolfpack theme song blows that fucking DX chick out.
Yeah, Wolfpack's pretty dope. Okay, and DX kind of broke down barriers with having a female bodyguard in China.
Yeah, I will say they did. So DX is a great faction. It was an all-time faction. No arguments here.
Bloodline's probably number one.
I just like all-time factions.
They got the longest run.
They got the better storyline. I say that.
Better storyline for sure.
The greatest storyline in pro wrestling history.
Because like DX really didn't. I mean, they just fucked around every week mostly. Like there was no like. I mean, Shawn and Austin was a good storyline leading up to that WrestleMania, but Shawn was hurt the whole time. He had broken back.
Okay, so we got to remember though. Let's not skip over the whole thing. Let's talk about all iterations of DX. The first one, the second one, and the last one, the third one was just Shawn and Triple H. So
when they came back,
and I can see that you even count that shit because I guess you already know.
It's a selective memory, big dog.
Yeah. Let's not forget about that.
They had some awful matches during that time, bro. When like Shawn Michaels was bald headed too.
And then,
oh man!
And to help your point out, let's not forget all iterations. We had the original, the Wolfpack, and then we had NWO 2000 with Bret Hart, Jeff Jarrett, Kevin Nash, Copper Pump. Just them four, bro.
We're gonna be like Jordan fans and just act like there's only 6 years to his career, bro. That's it.
Oh no, we already know. All Jordan fans know that it was a lot more years, but he came and he's 6-0 in the finals. You can't beat that shit, bro.
But you gotta. I feel like you gotta rate their fractions when they were at their all-time high. You know what I mean?
At the peak.
Yeah, that's what they say about like fighters too. Like you gotta judge them when they're in their prime. You can't judge them when they're holding on still too long trying to get a payday.
I give the edge to NWO only because they changed the fucking industry.
Yeah, they were the seed that turned into DX. It was the reason. NWO is the reason. Yeah.
So can you come on?
I guess you got to give it to the originator. The originator.
You got to go over them just only because of that, because they had an impact. Because I'm promising this: if WCW never had the NWO, I don't think they would have done anything against WWE, bro.
Yeah, I think just back then, if there was Raw Monday Night Raw and then Nitro in at the same time, I would choose Raw. I think all the time, but it made you tune into WCW. That's for sure.
No, I was always you guy, bro.
He was back there when Sting had the regular paint.
Yeah, the thing. Like you gotta remember, like that was what my grandparents watched was WCCW.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Then that turned to WCW. The Jim Crockett Promotions that turned to WCW. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what that was on. So when they started watching wrestling, that's when I started. Like that was just because of my parents, you know. And I found out about WWE, but for some reason I always gravitated more to WCW. Definitely when the NWO was formed, and it was it for me.
Yeah, then it was over.
NWO light.
Then it was good. All right, next question. Coming from, he was a man who was in AEW and WWE, but he's ending in AEW, just recently retired. Santa Paws 21 wants to know, is Bryan Danielson top 5, top 10, top 15? What do you feel?
Man, this is a loaded question because what are the criteria again?
Yeah.
What are we judging these shit on? Like, what are we doing?
Where do you think the general wrestling community ranks Bryan Danielson? Because I know JR thinks he's number 1.
I like, so what I'm starting to learn doing this with you know when we doing our show, what I'm starting to learn is that people watch wrestling with different eyes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So what are the criteria for this question before we even answer? You know what I'm saying? What are we watching? Like, what are we looking for? Like, what do you think the general population of fans think? I would say the general population of fans will probably have them in the top 20.
Top 20, not the top 10.
General population, right? Top 20, probably.
15, top 15.
Because you got to remember, a lot of these people don't watch AEW.
Yeah.
So to them, he's been gone for.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
To me,
they haven't seen none of his like indie shit. They've only seen him WWE style.
They ain't seen him as ROH American Dragon, and they ain't seen him as AEW American Dragon. They only seen the Billy Goat or Team Hell No Bryan Danielson.
The Yes Man.
The Yes Man. You know, but to me, he's top 10 to me, and I'm talking because purely off his in-ring ability. And doing that interview breakdown, if you haven't watched it, the Daniel Bryan interview breakdown, 404 HEELZ, we said that, we broke it down. I learned a lot from that interview. Bro, this dude is exactly why his matches look so good. He said he's a very physical. He said it's okay to hit people in safe places, hard. You know, some pro wrestlers don't like to get hit hard. Like Randall.
Undertaker.
You can tell Randall don't like to get hit hard. Undertaker don't like to get potato. But work with someone like Booker T, motherfucker gonna potato you. You know what I'm saying? So Bret Hart. See, that's one thing about Bret Hart I always love. One of your all-time greatest. He had the ability to make something look like, oh my God, that shit gotta hurt. But it was it's the safest thing. The safest. Yeah. So that's the mark of a good professional wrestler to me. If you can perform these moves and make it look like it hurts for real, but the motherfucker is safe, that's the art of manipulation. Like you that is an art form. Now, unless you're someone like KO, let me stop right there. Come on, KO. Let's do better than that, buddy.
KO, baby.
Randall. Who do you think did that? Randall or KO? I think it was Randy.
What? How bad a sell that was?
That was a horrible power drive.
Bro, it was Randy. You could see Randy put his hands on top of his knees.
That's bad.
And kept his head up. You know, Randy's like, you can do it, but I'm not even getting. And then WWE cut it, bro. They never showed that replay again, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. My lady was sitting right next to me when that shit. It just so happened she looked off her phone and looked up, and she was like, "That looks so fake," and then went back. Bro, it was
a bad sell. I mean, it was a good sell. It was a bad move, but it was
fake. He didn't take it good.
You should just hit him with 8 stunners or something. I don't know. Kick him in the head.
And that's bad. That's bad for KO because by Randall's doing that, he's telling KO he doesn't trust him.
I think Randy's old as fuck. And Randy's like, I'm not risking shit no more. If I'm going to take one serious bump, I'm not going to even come close to getting hit. That shit was hilarious. And then they showed an AEW clip where they just kept doing fucking pile driver after pile driver. The dude got up, did a pile driver, got up, and it was like,
yeah,
it affects people different, you know?
Yeah. Well, again, you got to know what you're watching.
Yeah.
I have learned so much stuff. I honestly think the reason why a lot of WWE fans can't get with AEW because they've been conditioned by WWE TV for so long. So when they watch AEW, they're like, this don't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like,
for sure,
you gotta watch it. You gotta watch
for sure
enough times to understand it. You know, if anybody watching the NFL, then they start watching the fucking UFL, they're like, what's this? Well, it's football, but it's done differently.
Yeah,
it's pro wrestling. It's done differently.
Yeah.
But
I remember Bronson Reed in an interview was talking about how he's like, people gotta a lot of wrestlers will just sell a punch or a move the same way all the time. He said, but if I'm getting a punch from the Big Show, I'm gonna sell it different than if I'm getting a punch from fucking Hornswoggle. You know what I mean?
Right. He's right.
He's
right. He's like,
you got to do it differently.
You have to do it differently, man. And this is whether people like it or not. Get over it. This is the evolution of wrestling. This is what it turned into, what y'all call the gymnastics, the flips and shit. This is what it turned into. But newsflash, it's been like that for the last almost 20 years already.
The cruiserweight's been doing it forever.
Well, I mean, not even
back in the day, WCW, the first hour of Nitro was fucking cruiserweights, bro.
Which also helped
the Billy Kidmans. I love Billy Kidman, bro.
But let me tell you something. The cruiserweights were one of the highlights of the show to me.
Yeah,
I watched.
They were fun.
Then I watched for the cruiserweights because they were doing shit I've never seen before, and they was bringing that luchador style, that hardcore, strong style Japan wrestling over here, and we don't get that in America. We only get the regular, you know what I'm saying, the slow paced type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But they brought that fast paced, rapid striking, devastating looking ass moves, bro. I mean, again, WCW originated some shit. They brought that shit over here, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
telling you.
That's just good.
Bischoff, you fucked it up. Now I was playing.
You fucked it up.
It wasn't his fault, man.
Next question. Probably should have asked this question after the first question, but WrestleGuy8 says simply, Hulkamania or Hollywood?
Oh boy, see, that's hard. That's hard. You know, I'm gonna tell you why. Because Hulkamania was the battery in the back of pro wrestling. Period, bro.
Yeah, for fucking years.
You see people on the street. Hey, man, you watch WWE? They be like, oh, what you mean, Hulk Hogan?
Yep.
Hogan was bigger than the fucking company, man.
Yeah. But it's pretty crazy that he has been the character that, projected wrestling in the 80s, and then here comes, the later 90s, early 2000s, and this motherfucker is the same dude that's making it next level again,
Well, you got to remember, because of what he did in the 80s as the red and yellow is what him to be the Hollywood in the 90s. If he didn't do that in the 80s, there's no way no one give a fuck about him in the 90s.
Eat your vitamins. Eat your Wheaties.
Personally, I love Hollywood.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of the red and yellow, honestly.
But you got to give it up to the original.
You have to fucking motherfucker who basically revolutionized the wrestling industry.
Yeah.
What documentary I was watching, and it really the Hogan on the Vince McMahon, and how they broke it down to how Hogan went from here and how he basically put pro wrestling on his back and made that shit blow up around the world, bro.
Yeah.
I can't go against the red and yellow, man. Got to go for Hogan, bro. Like, I can't.
Hulkamania, baby. I would go. I mean, I really wasn't watching wrestling during Hulkamania time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I started watching wrestling basically when NWO started, basically,
right.
But yeah, I know the history now. So the Andre the Giant slam, even though like people slammed him before, that shit was the funniest shit ever, bro. It was like Andre the Giant never lost to Hulk, and it's like, yeah, he lost to him all the time on the road.
That's the beauty of being in the WWE, is that they know that most fans ain't watched the independent shit.
Yeah.
Most fans wasn't. So I'm pretty sure there was a couple of thousand fans that are like, oh, we've seen this before. But there was a bunch of more that have never seen it. So when he slammed it, the whole place just exploded, bro. Like, whoa, he slammed Andre.
And that was like a whole bunch of like casual fans, like super casual fans in that stadium.
Super casual fans.
Yeah, so they said, this big ass motherfucker just got slammed. And they've been told he's never lost,
Yeah, so that's what it is. But I mean,
great marketing, Vinnie Mac.
So you're going with red and yellow, right?
I have to. Oh, man. Can we call it a tie? 1A, 1B, baby.
It's not really.
And I'm not going to say which one.
It's not really a tie.
All right, we'll go Hulkamania.
Yeah, Hulkamania is by far, bro.
We'll go red and yellow because that's the colors behind you. Let's go.
Red and gold. Remember that. Red and gold.
All right, we got Jake Johnson. He's going to ask what, in y'all opinion, our opinion, not what the other motherfuckers think, is the greatest match of all time. WWE, AEW. I know mine. Let me shoot it out right here. A little Dudley Boys, Christian Edge, man, Jeff Hardy, TLC, bro. It was tough. I had it, but I was like, I've never been more like, what the fuck in my life than that. But the second match that was really close was the Hell in a Cell with Mankind and Undertaker.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm going to go with Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25.
That was a good one, man.
Bro, that was, listen.
We don't even care about the huge botch that happened and Undertaker almost dying.
But you know what? That botch actually enhanced
it added.
Because of the sound that had the crunching, like, what's going on?
And the crowd went silent, too. The crowd's like,
silent. So it added another element of realism to the match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to go with that for now. But I'm going to tell you my number 2. And, man, and most of these came from AEW, bro, because the Takeshita versus Will Ospreay match.
That was a good, the first one, right?
First one, bro.
Will Ospreay's first match.
Yep.
That shit was dope.
That shit was, but I've never seen a fucking match like that. And matter of fact, it was so good that Sami Zayn had a bite from that match when the turnbuckle suplex was.
Ospreay. Oh yeah.
The next pay-per-view, fucking Sami Zayn did it to who was that he wrestled?
Shit. I'm my brain.
He did it too, but he didn't do it as good as them two. But he still did it. You know what I'm saying? So my point is, bro, that has got to be a number 2 to me, and I don't give a fuck what anybody say. That match, if you haven't seen that match, go watch the match.
It was a good match. It was a good match.
Revolution, Sting's last pay-per-view, the very first one, Will Ospreay's first match officially in AEW since he signed as an independent solo artist. That match was fucking bananas, bro. That shit had me like, like, what the fuck? Yeah. That had me good, bro. That match had me good.
And then
flips. It was too many flips.
Yeah. My third one is definitely Shawn Brett Iron Man match. That shit was dope. That just meant so. I just watched it so many times growing up on repeat.
Very pivotal moment in pro wrestling history, bro.
Yeah, they put the two small guys put on the bet. You know what I mean? Wrestling was a big guy's game, and these two small little fucks were like, "Oh, this is way better than the big guys just slowly do." You know what I mean? Like the technicality was so much better.
Let me see another match that I've seen that was fucking just blew my mind. Bryan Danielson versus what's his name? Zack Sabre Jr. What the fuck?
Okay,
Now,
I don't know this at all.
Zack Sabre Jr. His pop, Zack Sabre. This dude is like, again,
I gotta hear that.
it's like, what are you watching for? And I love the technical, the holds and reversals, and like they did a lot of that. It wasn't a lot of flips or anything. It was just a lot of technical Roman Rico type of wrestling. You know what I mean? And I love shit like that. So that was a good match, man. Any one of Ospreay's matches that he had recently, bro, is going to be up there, bro. I mean, Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher. I seen it live on Dynamite, like right after Revolution. That shit was bananas, man.
Yeah.
It's, man, so he is truly the best wrestler in the game, bro. Ospreay.
Yeah.
Give me another wrestler better than Ospreay right now in the game.
I mean, pro wrestler or just straight wrestler?
It's pro wrestler, bro.
Because we talking everything, the whole package, what wrestling really is.
Well, he got mic skills, bro. Will Ospreay.
I know, if there's an overall score, like, yeah, he got 99 speed. You know what I mean? Like he got one attribute that is maxed the fuck out, and that's in-ring ability.
That's what I'm saying, in-ring.
But overall,
we're talking about in-ring.
As a sports entertainer / pro wrestler, he's not the best in the world.
Who's better than him?
It's Roman, bro.
Bro, Roman is so much lacking in the in-ring department, bro.
It doesn't. No, it's overall. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter that one attribute. Overall,
right?
He's just higher.
So when we talk about the best pro wrestler in the world, most people are talking about in-ring ability, right? When we talk about the best basketball player in the world, we're not talking about how many merchandise and
it's different, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we're talking best in-ring ability, it's Will Ospreay.
That's what I mean.
But if we're talking, like, wrestling is never been just about in-ring, ever.
Right.
It's never been about that. So you got to take in other things. Like, yeah, John Stockton was the best assist player ever. Well, LeBron might beat that, right? But it doesn't mean he was the best basketball, but he has one attribute that's amazing. But that doesn't make him the best ever.
But you could say he might be one of the greatest point guards of all time.
I mean,
don't support John Stockton, bro. Like,
is he top 5?
How can he not be?
He's not top 5.
John Stockton.
No.
Have you ever watched John Stockton play?
All the time. It's not top 5.
If you can give me four point guards better than John Stockton. And we got to talk about defense, and we're talking about both sides of the floor now.
So rings don't count anymore because we're not talking about Jordan?
No, we're talking about...
Because Stockton got 0 rings, big dog.
We're talking about skill position.
Well, look, I mean, you got Magic, Steph, boom. Jason Kidd, boom. There's 3.
Okay. Give me another one better than John Stockton.
Fuck, let me think. Give me 2 seconds. Tony Parker.
What?
Got ring. He's got... How many rings Tony Parker got? How many does John Stockton have? We got to keep the argument the same, bro. You can't switch the argument because Jordan's not a part of the argument.
But see, the thing is, every time I say Jordan's better than LeBron, I don't really count the rings. I'm just saying it's a better
But everyone
player.
Does. Everyone does. That's the criteria.
But I'm talking about my criteria is the skill base. Jordan is a better player than fucking LeBron, bro.
It was always fun. Every time I was arguing about Jordan, I'd be like, who's the best running back of all time? They'd be like, Barry Sanders. I'm like, God, he never won game. Yet, like, a lot of people would say Barry Sanders is the best running back ever.
Never heard that.
Yeah. But we ain't talking about football. This ain't no fucking football.
We can make another show with football.
The last question. We got AEW, but DUB 33. How long will Christian hold this contract for?
As long as he feel like it, bro.
I like the way AEW atmosphere is right now. I don't see it happening soon at all.
Well, you know why?
Because Mox got the belt. Then you got Hurt Syndicate come in. Like,
so that shit made sense, and I'm glad they brought it up in one promo. There was like when Christian, because that shit, I was like, what was that all about? When Kip Sabian took the pin and he ran in the background, and then Christian chased him, and he ran into fucking Claudio and fucking Pac. They were waiting for his ass to try to cash in. It was going to stop him.
Yeah.
That makes sense now. He was like, I know what you was doing. So did you know what was going on at first when you saw that?
Not at first, but I got it later on. Yeah.
Right. So I think he's going to wait till Moxley isn't the champ. Or when they're very vulnerable, he's going to sneak his way in and get that shit. Watch.
But it'd be hard for a heel to take a belt off a heel kind of type thing like that, I feel like. It's not really, it might turn Christian a face, honestly. If they can play the story right, Christian cashing in that belt on Moxley could turn him face.
Well,
There's a chance there. Think about it.
Maybe, but you gotta remember, man, Christian is so hated right now. He is
I know.
AEW.
Hey, what Hogan say? The more they hate you, the bigger the pop when you get turned.
That's true. That's true.
He says Logan Paul is gonna get a huge turn eventually, and then Dom's turn is gonna come, but I don't think anytime soon.
Yeah,
that new Dom shirt and Liv shirt's fire, bro. Did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, that's just fire, bro.
Dom's his acting is so horrible, bro. It's so
bro.
bad.
It's perfect,
so
bro.
Bad.
It's perfect.
It sounds like he's reading off a cue card.
No, he can't talk, bro. He can't talk.
Rey Mysterio, why did he teach him how to talk? Well, his father couldn't really talk either. So
oh, dude, every time Ray touches his mic, I'm like, stop.
Somebody in our comments said, I said, is Ricochet getting recruited by the Hurt Syndicate? And if somebody said, yeah,
hopefully,
so MVP can talk for him.
Hell yeah! Has Bobby Lashley said a word yet on the mic?
Oh, he said a lot of things.
When did he talked?
You didn't see Dynamite last night?
He didn't talk, did he?
Yeah.
Bro, when?
Last night in the interview.
No, MVP talked, bro. Bobby hasn't talked.
Okay,
I'm telling you, Bobby hasn't talked.
The interview started with Renee Paquette.
Yeah, in the back.
MVP interrupted her and then asked Bobby Lashley the question, and he responded.
Did he?
Yeah.
Fuck, I must be tripping, bro.
And
I think it's just they shouldn't have had him talk then. God damn it.
Shit, he talked a lot on the interview Close Up with Renee Paquette, which I
got okay.
That shit, bro. Perfect clip.
So I'm like, I don't think he's talked, man.
I think you're getting him and Shelton Benjamin confused. Shelton Benjamin hasn't really said much of nothing.
Yeah.
Shelton Benjamin's quiet, bro.
Yeah. Let MVP talk. He can't wrestle no more, so.
But when he did, he was one of my favorites, bro. He was good as hell in the ring.
He was a good U.S. champ. Here you
go. Underrated match on WrestleMania. It was a starting match. I forgot what WrestleMania it was. I think it was one with Batista versus Undertaker. That WrestleMania. MVP versus Chris Benoit. Woo! You talking about a good banger?
Definition of like the ultimate mid Carter.
Yes, that's the mid Carter.
Yeah,
the ultimate mid Carter is MVP.
Would you? I mean, you don't know now because you're not in the business. Would you be pissed if you were a mid Carter your whole career?
No,
you don't think so?
Because his worst thing's been being a mid Carter.
I'd be kind of like, I'm cool making this money wrestling every week and not doing all them fucking interviews all the time. The champ's gotta do. Champ's schedule busy as fuck, you know.
So this is again. If we go back to Scott Hall, Scott Hall was on Jerry Springer's show as Razor Ramon. Like he did a lot of public appearances. I don't think mid Carters get that type of treatment.
Yeah, well, that's who they usually send to some of those things, you know. But
like he sent down the Razor Ramon for like little kids, and Jerry Springer he was like trying to help the little kids. Like, bro, he was basically the face of the new generation.
R.I.P. Jerry. R.I.P. Jerry.
Wait, Jerry Springer died?
Yeah, bro. This year, I think.
I didn't even know that. Damn.
Yeah. All right, I was gonna say this one for Word on the Street, but I got a question to ask you. We'll do it right here. It was gonna be my first topic, but it's a question, so I'm gonna do it right now, and I want your opinion. You're wearing the hat. I'm gonna tell you my opinion after you say your opinion. But why is AEW losing ratings right now? And why are they so low?
A lot of things contribute to them losing ratings. Honestly, CM Punk bouncing is what really put the nail in the coffin for them, bro.
And how it happened.
And then the fact that they kept going on about it, and then they showed that shit.
Then they got high ratings, though.
Distasteful. It was distasteful. I don't know what they were trying to do with that. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't have, as an owner, I wouldn't have done that. Because to me, I feel like the more attention you give someone, the more you make them big, right? But I guess Tony Khan's mental was, well, he's hot right now over there. Let's use something that involves him over here, which it worked. It grew to one of the biggest ratings of the year, almost a million views. You know what I mean? It was like high eights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really honestly think it's contribute to. I don't think people understand what they're watching, and I think with Punk being gone, he brought a lot of people in. When he left, they left with him.
Yeah,
I honestly believe that, man. And I just think it's a mix of people don't really understand what they're watching. You know,
Samoa Joe should be coming back soon.
We need him back.
He just finished filming that show on Peacock, Twisted Metal.
Yeah, he was a great man. That's what I think, bro. I just think it has something to do with the lack of casual name recognition. CM was a casual name. He was
people knew that name that weren't wrestling fans type thing. Yeah.
They don't have that name yet.
People don't know who Bobby Lashley is if you don't know what wrestling is.
No, you don't.
You know what I mean? You don't know who Ricochet is. You don't know who Will Ospreay is. You don't know MJF. You don't know these. But I mean, MJF doing these movies, he's going to be in Happy Gilmore too. That's going to help out a lot, I feel like.
Right.
But I think, honestly, as I'm watching these shows, I watched half of Dynamite last night and half this morning, and it's just like every match is a tag team, a 3, a 4, a triple threat. They need more singles matches, bro. You need people to relate to one person and grow attachment to that one person, I feel like. It's too hard when you got, because their tag matches are entertaining wrestling-wise because you got this going on. Bam, bang, 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 bang. Like, everything's going on. But, like, we need to grow an attachment to be like, this person's struggling. Like, that's why I felt like Toni Storm might have been, like, the biggest star at the time because she was the one in a solo good storyline with Mariah May, and it made sense. Mariah May, I don't know, fans kind of talk shit about her right now. I just feel like there's no one comparable to match up with her.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I think she is a great champion, but but you got your girl, Willow Nightingale. We're like, throw her in there in a good storyline type shit.
And Mariah May still hasn't faced Britt Baker.
Yep, Britt Baker. Yeah, the fans really like Britt Baker. I'm not the biggest fan.
She's okay.
Why she got such a loose glove on all the time?
Because it was too tight. It'd be fine in 5 minutes doing this shit.
I know, but like, get a little tighter glove. It's like a 4-year-old with an extra large. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Mercedes Moné versus Mariah May. Does that make sense?
That can happen.
If Mercedes loses that full gear.
No, Mercedes at full gear
loses to Statlander.
Yes. No.
You don't think? Then you could do Monet versus Mariah May.
That's hard. Only if Mercedes Moné says, "Okay, I want the women's championship," and they could drop the belt to Statlander. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if she only held the title for a little bit and had a handful of defenses. I think they want her to do this long title run. So Statlander, again, the women in AEW is a plethora of them. It's crazy. Mina's back. You know what I'm saying? That shit is funny as fuck, bro. Harley Cameron, bro, you got to give props to this. She is something else, bro.
The titties.
I would like to see her and Chelsea Green do a program together. That would be, super entertaining. Their facial expressions is crazy off the charts, bro.
Bro, I'd be so down for AEW versus WWE. I'm excited to see Swerve versus Bobby Lashley to see if Bobby Lashley can honestly keep up with Swerve Strickland, because Swerve puts on like him versus Leo Rush. That was a banging match, bro.
Crazy match, bro.
Swerve did some shit, that springboard, and then like fucking almost busted his head on the apron, but then fucking, I was like, did he mean to do that or he just improvised? I was like, what the fuck was that?
I thought he was gonna break his fucking neck at one point.
Yeah.
I thought he was.
Shout out Leo Rush, bro. He's been in some bangers, bro.
Yo, Leo Rush,
he loses them, but he's the jobber right now. But it'll pay off eventually. I feel like
he won his last 2 matches before he lost to Swerve.
Oh, okay. So he lost to Ricochet 1-2, and then lost to Swerve.
No, what happened is he won matches on Rampage and Collision. And you don't watch Rampage, so he won matches on there.
You see that comment about Rampage?
What happened?
Someone posted on the clip we posted about the belts. He posted Rampage was just CM Punk's like getting away from everyone that hated him, so they gave him his own show type shit.
What?
Yeah, he was just trashing Rampage, bro. Because I was like, AEW got 3 shows too, and he was basically like, "Nah, Rampage don't count because it was like CM Punk show." I'm like, "All right, whatever, bro."
Collision was CM Punk show and all that, bro. Okay, whatever the show it is, at least it's 3 shows, regardless.
Yeah.
It's 3 shows. So
and WWE has 3 shows.
Yeah, we got more shows.
Well, yeah, if you count Speed.
Well, not Speed. I'm talking about Main Event.
Main Event's just gonna be like a PLE, bro. No, are you talking about the weekly one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Like, yeah.
So you could put Main Event and Rampage in the same category because it's pretty much the same.
But there's no belts on Main Event ever.
Right, there's no belts on Rampage.
Yeah. Never?
No.
It's
just matches. It's not really, you know what I mean? It's not really like
they don't talk much. It's just match after match after match.
So like Main Event, right? It's just match.
Yeah. I'm excited for the Main Event in December.
Saturday night.
WWE.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But
they need to do a retro. If they do a retro set, that'd be fucking awesome.
Dude, I think they're gonna go old school, bro. I think they're going because did you see the intro for the NXT ECW kind of thing? They kind of did the ECW fucking intro with the NXT highlights.
No, I didn't.
This shit was dope, bro.
Gotta watch that shit, man. Shit.
Yeah. All right, y'all. That's the fan questions. Keep them coming. We'll answer them. We'll knock them out. If you want to talk shit, come on the show. Talk shit to our face. Let's go. Peace.